Hey everyone, and welcome back to Career Mode on BeamNG.drive. Last episode, we did started the police chase and escape missions, and we'll be starting off this episode with a police escape. I mentioned in the last episode that I wanted to build a cop car and see how that went. And kind of do some police stuff. I will have a video of that coming up within a day or two of the release of this video. As you can tell, I've already recorded it and whatnot. I just forgot to edit and upload it. So that is why I am now in a Grand Marshal. So yeah, that's about it intro-wise, so I'm just gonna get over there and get on with it. Okie dokie. I would like to quickly mention that this police car is in my configuration pack, so if you'd like to try it out yourself, the link to the pack will be in the description below. So, next mission is Evade City Thriller. Flee through downtown from the Glasgow City Police. Finish successfully. Win in under 3 minutes and 20 seconds. 2:20. Evade the police in a long pursuit lasting at least 5 minutes. Evade the police and pass through at least 4 roadblocks. At the moment, I'm just gonna try and win without worrying about the stars, so let's go. Okay. The Glasgow City Police Department is out in full force to stop you. Find a way to lose them and confuse them. All you need to do is evade from the police by any means necessary. Try to figure out the best escape. I should also mention that I did not sleep at all last night. And I have 2 really bad tooth infections and my wisdom teeth coming in. So if I seem unenthusiastic or tired, or if I kind of end up really quiet at some point, that's why. It's not bugging me too much at the moment, but who knows. I tried recording, well, I didn't try, I did record the time trials video yesterday as of recording this, and I barely made it through the episode, so hopefully today's better. With the police in Beam, you need to either go for full-out top speed or outdrive them, which isn't hard because in the mirror, look, a lot of the times when I go by them, you'll see them run into the wall, like the one that I just passed. Oh, I was looking at the tachometer, wondering why I was redlining. So we are probably gonna... Ooh, I can keep going. My steering is destroyed, but hopefully I can still evade with a destroyed front end. And hopefully this decides to, use all the gears this time. 14 police cars after me. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to evade them like, ooh, maybe. Nope. If that one didn't spawn there, I don't think I was going to, or I might have evaded them if that one didn't spawn in front of me, but I don't think I will. So I'm going to... I don't know, should I just restart or should I keep going? It's handling... Never mind. I tried to get around it and couldn't. It was handling okay, but yeah, no. Let's try this again. And turn off stability and traction control. stability control at least. I don't think this has like traction control. So it looks like turning left there was a good idea. If I can turn left again, I'm going to. I'm gonna kind of loop back around where I was. Let that cop that was ahead of me go. I'm gonna go this way. I did not follow that cop. I keep clicking the right analog stick to look behind me, and that doesn't work in this. Oh, and there's a cop right there. And there's a fire hydrant. Come on, go. The Roamer is a very tough vehicle. The D-Series and Roamer are amazing. One thing that helps them keep going is they are body on chassis, so as long as it's only body damage, it won't affect performance too much, but I can tell my alignment is very messed up at the moment. Let's go through here. I'm going to try and get to the parking garage if I have to, but if I can just sit here, I'm going to sit here. Maybe? Yes? Almost? Ooh. Just gonna stay here, they drove by. I back up a tiny bit. Come on, keep going. You don't see me. There we go. No, they see me. Okay, that's not a very good spot. Like, it's a... I don't know. They don't seem to be able to pathfind into here. Trying to do a little burnout to get the back end to spin around, but it doesn't want to. Come on. Come on, little green bar. Fill up. Let's go. And done. Awesome. 2 minutes and 28 seconds. 8 seconds away from 3 stars. Gotta love when you can exploit the pathfinding. Do next mission. But yeah, the Grand Marshal that I'm currently in, I built because I wanted my own kind of like undercover cop car. I really like undercover police cars. I think they're really cool. So I wanted to make my own and make it as good as I could. And this is what I ended up coming up with. I wanted it to be strong, not just fast, but really strong as well. And as you can tell, this is pretty good. I ripped off that car's front wheel and barely wrecked my own car. Okay then. Oh, there's a 200 BX there. But no, it's a little under 2,000 pounds. In the bottom right, I'm using the enhanced tachometer, so it has like the weight and the torque and everything in it. It's almost 2,000 pounds, but it has a little over 1,000 horsepower. So it gets up and goes. For simplicity, it does only have the automatic 4-speed in it. There's also not really any space for the shifter with all the police equipment in it. So that's kind of a bummer, but it does pretty well. I recommend trying it out. And that's not me just trying to get more downloads on my configuration pack. This is actually a pretty fun car to drive. If you do it right, if it would shift from me, it does drift, but it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to get it to drift because it's an automatic. And it has a fairly open differential and wide, low-profile grippy tires. Alright, next one is Dangerous Speeds. Okay, just had a quick sip of my coffee. Dangerous Speeds. Excuse me. A fearless racer is ready to take off and leave you in the dust. Drive fast, hit accurately, and try not to fall behind. Win in under 3 minutes and 20 seconds, under 1:30, under 40. Arrest the suspect by making them stop only once. Arrest while traffic is active. Oops. There we go. The Sunburst makes an amazing police car. In a previous video I mentioned that the engine in the Sunburst just continues building power. Most engines have a peak power, so my Focus ST, for example, it would build power and torque up to about 5,500 RPM, I think it was. And then the power and torque would start to drop from there. Most engines are like that. But Sunburst just keeps going. It can be a very, very fast car, and it handles very well. However, being a unibody, it is very easy to damage aspects of it that will affect performance. So I gotta keep that in mind. And stuff like that. Yeah, my alignment is now gone. And there's no way I'm probably gonna catch them now. And it's also an automatic with traction control on. Failed. Took too much damage. I knew if they got around that corner I wasn't going to be able to really catch up to them again, so I just kind of went for it. Let's try this again. I'm surprised it's possible to do this in 40 seconds. Ooh, I put it into sport mode, I didn't turn it off, crap. Oh, there goes the mirror. There we go. Now it is off. Come on. If I take the inside, I can probably catch them a little bit quicker, like so. My tire's flat, so hopefully I can get them to stay. Come on. Perfect. Good enough for now. Once I complete all the missions and stuff, I will go through again and try and get the better stars and stuff. Get out of traffic. I was driving on the highway yesterday and coming up to the border between Canada and the United States on the Canada side. And it was really backed up yesterday, like really bad. And someone had the audacity to go over, like, I was, if that's the border, or like, not the border, but the border's way up there. Traffic's backed up, and I'm right behind a transport truck coming up like this. There's about half a car length behind me, or in front of me behind the transport truck. Some, excuse my language, dumbass in a new BMW decided that they were going to just shove themselves in front of me while we were still moving, and then stop, and then gun it into the other lane. Like, it's people like that that make driving dangerous and make people look bad. And it was just so stupid. But either way, I will likely cut out this part of the drive, so I shall be right back. I should have just turned around and went up the on-ramp, but whatever. It's also kind of nice driving a cop car right now because all the other cars kind of stopped for me. Alright, lights, camera, action. Another evade. Lights, camera, action. Nice. You've snatched some expensive equipment from Lens Flare Studios. Nice name, actually. That's kind of creative. Now deliver it to the docks. Are you ready for some intense action? Arrive at the marked destination and make sure that the police are not near there to complete this challenge. They are already pretty close, right in front of me, so I'm going to spin around really quick and go this way. Just try and mess them up a little bit. And then I should be able to... oh man. Okay. Go. For anyone that doesn't know, in a general sense, if you're trying to get through a roadblock, aim for the back of one of the cars. If you must hit one of the vehicles trying to block you, always aim for the back. Unless you know it is a mid or rear engine vehicle, which is rare for a police vehicle. This is because the engine is in front, typically, so there's more weight in the front. And the front is usually a bit stronger. If you hit the back, you should be able to push the vehicle out of your way a lot easier because it's lighter. It'll kind of spin around on the front, and you should do a little bit less damage to your vehicle. Slow down, let them crash. They just came at me head on. Hopefully that didn't do too bad. Okay, so I have to... yep, okay. Typically, you can drop the cargo off and then lose them, but it looks like I have to be completely out of sight without them nearby to drop it off for this one. So hopefully if I do this, maybe... really? Okay, how do I get some more space? I'm gonna kinda go around the block. My car is not happy, that's for sure. I need to get out of sight and get distance from 11 police cars. I'm just glad the blue marker isn't making things glitch anymore. I think they fixed it in a hotfix. Because that would be causing so many issues right now. I would, however, really like to... there we go. Have a button. Oh, okay. You don't have to escape after this one, you just have to deliver the stuff, but... there might be a button for it, I can't remember at the moment. But it would be nice to have a button to... look back. Right now I have my right stick set to reset the camera. Alright, next is Partner in Crime. Ooh, and it's way over there, so this might be a bit of a drive. I'm going to record this one, I think, just so we can get a nice little look at the car I'm driving. Those of you that are still watching and have watched my other Beam videos, what do you think of the current... oh no. Yeah. I think I've got the tuning a little wrong. Either way. Oh, my steering's gone now. What do you think of the current camera layout? Before I would have like my main camera as the main camera, and then I would have like a cinematic style camera in the bottom corner. Someone suggested I have... oops, I'm shifting this like it's manual. Someone suggested that I have a follow cam in the camera instead. So I've been doing that lately. So those of you that have seen both styles, what would you prefer? Or should I try and do a mix of each? Each added camera angle, I have to record the replay each time for. Excuse me. So, the main camera angle, I record while I'm playing, of course. And then the rear camera angle, after I'm done recording the episode, I go back and go through the replays and record that. So then if I were to get a third camera angle, I'd have to record that again also. So, it's a little bit more work, but oh well. Depending on what mission is after this or whatever, I will go to the auto shop and fix my car. Oops, there we go. Okay, partner in crime. The police are out to arrest your friend. Quick, drive him to the motel, then speed away to freedom. Arrive at the marked destination, then drive away and keep fleeing. Evade the police to complete this challenge. My face is a little swollen from what I mentioned earlier, so it's kind of hard to talk properly. This is how I was expecting the other one to be, where we have to go to the destination and then evade. I wasn't expecting the other one to end when I got to the destination, which made sense for having to get there without the police on me. I'm going this way. I like how we're using a Pessima for this. I really, really like the older Pessima. It looks good, it performs amazingly, it can be all-wheel drive. I feel like in real life it would also have all-wheel steering, like a Prelude. It reminds me a lot of like an older Prelude or an Accord or something. There's something I really like about this car. Alright, we have made it to the motel, safe and sound. Alright. Wow, and I evaded them right away. That's surprising. I wasn't expecting to evade them right when I got here, but that's handy. I should build a truck that I can use to come and get vehicles that I smash. Like a flatbed or a trailer or something. Because I've got no tie rod on the front left, and it's causing havoc. What else is there to do? That is... Alright, there's one more, and it starts over there. Oh! That's interesting. There's another police chase where you are chasing someone that starts here. House arrest. House arrest, you chase the car that starts here, and then this one you are the car leaving from there. Can I jump to the garage? I'm not sure, so I'm going to have to carefully drive to... I'm just gonna do the next mission. And then I'll drive to the garage and deal with that after. I was wondering why I wasn't showing all of them. Alright. Thankfully, due to, you know, like caster and stuff, while I'm moving, it can steer, but if I like back up or something, it doesn't work. So I'm just going to carefully get to the next mission. Okay, managed to make it. I did crash again, and the car is really hurting, but I will fix it off camera. And then I'll make a video of building up a truck to collect cars when I do this to them. Okay. Escape from home. Break free from house arrest. Fight with the aggressive police units until they give up. They're going to make your escape difficult. All you need to do is evade from the police by any means necessary. Try to figure out the best escape plan. Finish successfully. Finish in under 4 minutes, under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Evade with a little pursuit lasting 5 minutes. And evade after causing 7 collisions. Wow. And traction control's on. Okay, there we go. So hopefully I do better than they did when I was doing this the other way. Oh, I didn't realize that Black Roamer was a police unit. Interesting. I really like driving the BTK. Really? Why? I don't get why the traffic vehicles have to just sit in the middle of the road when cops stop. Like, it'd be way more accurate if they actually pulled off to the side like they're supposed to. I'm still going. So, hopefully this goes somewhat well. Yeah, no. I don't think I'm gonna evade them like this. Nope. Oh, nice car. Alright, let's try this again. That idea didn't work. I tried to, I wanted to spin around and see if I could get past them the other way, but no, I don't think that's gonna work. Alright, let's go. I've also got the gearbox in quote-unquote manual mode. I won't complain about it, like I usually do. Because flappy paddle can be fun now and then, but yeah, it's not manual. That's all I'm gonna say. This car is also kinda hard to hear when to shift. Ah! My alignment is out a little bit, but could be worse. I'm gonna go up to the foundry and see if I can lose them there. They're still pretty loud for being so far away. There we go. Make it to the back corner. Foundry would probably be a good place to try and make them crash and lose you. There we go. All done. Awesome. So yeah, that is all I have time for today. At least things went fairly well, other than, you know, smashing up my golf cart. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, like I mentioned, if you would like to try this car out yourself, it is in my configuration pack, as are all the vehicles I tend to use when it doesn't force me to use a specific one. I am likely going to end up just parking this here, and then going and getting... Actually, can I just jump to the garage somehow? That's a delivery. Where's the garage? Quick travel points. Service station, quick travel. Awesome. I don't like doing that, but I didn't have a choice at the moment. So, by the way, as usual, if you have any tips, tricks, questions, anything you want me to check out, feel free to leave it in the comments below. And as always, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Hopefully, this car will cooperate enough for me to go fix it. Why is my other car just sitting here? I thought I put it in the storage. Let's see how much this is going to cost. I was going to do this off camera, but you might as well check it out. Grand Marshal, repair. I don't like using the insurance stuff because I like doing all my car repairs myself. So, it's going to be $7 grand. Good thing I've got 52. Wow. Alrighty, so yeah, next episode I will, or not, it's not going to be like a full-on episode, it'll just be kind of like a side video, but I will go pick up something that I can use to collect my cars when I do that. So yeah, by the way, video is over now, so bye-bye.